Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now that we're at the end of Spooky Month, I want to cover a game I missed out on talking about last year. The indie horror game, Murder House. Murder House comes from the developer Puppet Combo, who've made quite a few horror games over the years, probably best known for Power Drill Massacre. The game is set like your typical 80s horror movie, revolving around the mysterious killer known as the Easter Ripper, a demented psycho dressed as the Easter Bunny who kidnaps and murders kids. Considering how many holidays have some killer attached to it, I'm surprised there aren't more killer Easter Bunny movies. The game is divided into two story segments, a prologue and then the main story. During the prologue, you'll take control of a young boy rocking the sweetest mullet. Apparently, he fell asleep in the photo booth and his mom straight up ditched him in the mall after hours. Wow, Mom of the Year, you guys. Wandering the empty mall, it's not long before he encounters the Easter Ripper. And more terrifyingly, Jacksepticeye.
Whoa, calm down! How did you get in here?
After that segment, the game skips a few years ahead, now revolving around a film crew visiting the house of the Easter Ripper, which has been left abandoned for years after his execution. They're trying to get some decent ratings by filming at his home on the anniversary of his execution, trying to frame the house as being haunted. Here you'll take control of the production intern Emma. Turns out the killer may not be dead, and Emma will have to struggle to survive as the Easter Ripper stalks her and the TV crew, picking them off one by one. Gameplay-wise, it controls exactly like PlayStation survival horror, making use of tank controls and fixed camera angles. Well, sort of fixed camera angles anyhow. You'll primarily be spending your time trying to outrun the Easter Ripper, keeping clear of his sickle and hiding when he enters a room. It's not all just running though, as you are able to fight back, but it feels really awkward. Your options to fight back are a crowbar, pistol, and shotgun you can find while exploring. You have to stand still in order to attack, aiming and then actually attacking. The crowbar swings really slow and has a short range. It barely damages the killer and is meant more to stun him so you can run away than to actually kill him. The pistol and the shotgun are much better, having more range, auto aim, and being able to get the boss to back off if you damage him enough. Unfortunately, they have very limited ammo, and even worse, you have to reload in the inventory, which does not pause the action like Resident Evil does. So you'll have to be careful about reloading, otherwise you'll take a sickle to the face. The visuals and sound are where the game really shines. The graphics mimic the low-res, blocky look of PlayStation-era horror games, and adds an extra touch with a VHS filter. It can be further customized to give it CRT lines for that old-school TV look. While the environments aren't pre-rendered, the 3D backgrounds and low-res textures do a great job of creating a dingy-looking and terrifying house. The music does a fantastic job of capturing the creepy vibes of older survival horror games, like the atmospheric music that plays when you're lost in the mall, which reminds me a bit of Silent Hill. Or the tense music when you're engaging the serial killer. The game is pretty short, my playthrough running just under an hour and 30 minutes, which is one of my biggest problems with the game. It's just too short. And while I get this is meant more to be a play on stream and react with your channel kind of game, I think $12 is too much for that. Their previous games of similar length were either free or much cheaper. Though the game does go on sale a lot, so it's not that big of a sting to your wallet. Also, outside of speedrunning, there isn't much replayability to the game. There aren't any alternate endings, and outside of the achievements, there isn't much bringing you back to play. And my final big criticism is the camera. Like I mentioned before, it tries to mimic the static camera angles from Resident Evil, but the game's camera will also follow the character around. This creates annoying situations where you'll move from one area to the next while the camera swings around you. It's very disorienting and can make combat with the Easter Ripper really frustrating, especially during the final fight where you have to avoid running into objects while fighting them. Overall, I enjoyed my time with Murder House. It's not very often I can just sit down and play what amounts to an interactive 80s slasher. If you're interested in some old school survivor horror fun, and don't mind the price tag, I say definitely pick it up. And check out some of their other games as well. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. Wanted to end the month with something much shorter than usual. I've already started recording for the next video and it's going to be a longer one again. So hopefully have that one out before Thanksgiving. Doing a bit of planning for the future of the channel. Nothing concrete yet, but I'm going to be exploring trying out new things when I edit and change my approach when it comes to talking about certain games. Again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and leave a comment down below. What's your favorite 80s slasher? The Friday the 13th series has always holds a strong place in my heart, but I've been getting into checking out more cheesy knockoffs as of late. So let me know if you have any recommendations. And if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. I'm Fuzzy Slippers, and I'll see you later. Peace.